Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Returner looking to make a play here. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So Michigan State's offense comes on the field first today. Everything that happens on this field today is just heightened, Kirk, because it happens on this amazing stage at the foot of the San Gabriel Mountains. Nothing like it. Nothing like it to me in all sports. We've been calling this game for such a long time, and I think we both agree it's one of our favorite games to call each year. And when we get a good matchup like this, it makes it that much better. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Game moves to the 35. First down again. Single back takes the handoff. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up. Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down. They'll run it to the right side. You make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. What's a nice job of picking up the first down by this Michigan State running back. And Chris, you think back over the years, think of how many good backs we've seen wear these colors for Michigan State. Going back to Lorenzo White, guys like T.J. Duckett, Le'Veon Bell, Javon Ringer, always a good back in East Lansing. They bring him down, but that game moves the ball all the way to the 31. Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game. Here comes a throw from the red zone. The pass rush closing in. Got him. He's sacked. As expected, this Alabama defense is laying the wood and living in the backfield of their opponent. Such upfield speed, it's dangerous. Second and long for this offense after the sack. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Here's a screen pass to the running back. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game. On third down, it's a handoff. The Spartans pick up enough to get a first down there. Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him the third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of a rust for the offense immediately. Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He'll return it from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. So Alabama's offense comes out for their first possession today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Using his legs, it's Young. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Looking to pass here on second down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Much big-time play by the wide receiver. Makes the catch, breaks the tackle, and then gets some yards afterward.
Grab behind the line. It's Adams.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Play action fake, looking to throw. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. The pressure is coming. Got him for a sack, a big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. So a field goal attempt coming up now. This will be an attempt from 52 yards. Let's see if he's got the distance. And it's no good. Missed it. After the miss, still down by 7.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. And now from the pistol formation. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
The running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Catch made on the left side. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. Man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, especially on 3rd down. Get him the ball.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
They bring him down. The sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. So, Kirk, it's Michigan State with the lead here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. A quick throw out left, complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. Coordinators calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
And he'll get there. Touchdown, Michigan State. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing, doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day...
they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Boy, what a great job of getting to this quarterback by this defensive lineman. And Chris, you think back over the years, Michigan State, always a tough defense with an attitude, right? And individually, Julian Peterson, Shalik Calhoun, Terrell Worthy, Malik McDowell. What a great tradition. And today, he's living up to it.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Press coverage now from these DBs. On 1st down, they'll keep the running game churning.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you've got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And they've got him again. That ferocious pass rush. Back-to-back sacks. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. Now it's a very high kick straight up in the air. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum. And the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Caught behind the line. It's Marsh. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the 1st down. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down. That completion good for a 1st down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
1st down here. The offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. And the Spartans moving quickly down the field here. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Important 2nd down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking to scramble. He throws it away. A smart choice that time, but it will bring up 3rd down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So, timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Defense is coming after him. Quick catch over the middle. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. And the timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
You call a quick out on 3rd down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that 1st down.
Defense showing blitz here. Pulls it in. It's Young. Refusing to be brought down before gaining 1st down yardage. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Adams. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the 1st down.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a 1st down.
Completion makes it 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the 1st half, backed up near, and he floats this pass deep down the right side. He's got it out of the 25. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Makes a quick catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
He's hit right as he throws it, incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
The defense is electing to play double coverage on this receiver, and the quarterback still tries to squeeze the ball in there.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Takes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Spartans.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And here's the handoff. Moves the ball up to the 30. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Bunch of DBs on the field now trying to defend against the deep pass. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Had all day in the pocket, finally delivers down the middle. And the pass ball is incomplete. No time left on the 1st half clock. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Spartans will kick it away to get us going in the 2nd half. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First play of the 2nd half, they keep it on the ground. They'll tackle him.
Offensive line here opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Makes the catch downfield. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The short completion of the tight end. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Alabama comes up the line quickly.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
They'll hand it off. Touchdown, Bama. Still plenty of life left.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
The extra point is good. We're down by a touchdown, 21-14. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Quick throw complete to the tight end. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Good job up front here by this offensive line to give this quarterback enough time to be able to make the right read and throw. And over the years, Chris, Michigan State, that signal caller always seems to be efficient and smart and accurate. We're seeing that again today.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Can he make it to the marker? And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Has caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Sparty. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. A playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Attack on the PAT. It's a 2-touchdown lead now, 28-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him?
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
On first down, it's play action. Fires it on the move. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Touchdown, Michigan State. Still no answer for this offensive machine. And they connect again. That's just been an unstoppable pitch-and-catch combination all game here.
This receiver's been making this defense look silly, Chris, the entire game. He has multiple touchdowns so far. Just shows you that whatever the game plan was to slow him down, flat out hasn't worked.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
Boy, a great job in front by a Spartan defensive line. And Chris, that's one thing. Going all the way back to George Perlis and going to guys like Nick Saban when he was the head coach at Michigan State. Always been physical and played tenacious defensive football, led by that defensive line.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Grab behind the line. It's Hamilton. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that third down catch. Punting ready to boot it away. Looking to flip the field here. He'll field the punt. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the second half. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Gives it to the back. The Spartans will try to keep this drive moving.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give him credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I'd be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Here's the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Marsh. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. So, Kirk, it's Michigan State with the lead here. We played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. And the Spartans looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Second down and goal. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all.
On the field goal unit. Knocks this one right through, and they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Wideouts now clustered. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He pulls it in for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down. Fresh center downs for the offense after that 1st down completion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And the pass is incomplete.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a 1st down. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. And looking to throw now on 1st down. The sure hands. It's Young. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Caught quickly. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
1st down. Looking to throw the football. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. The offense bracing here for a heavy blitz. Looking to throw yet again. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and very long. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a...
Will he score here? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
We'll try to run it with the option. He'll toss it to the back. And he doesn't make it. The defense holds him there. Still a 3-score game. The lead at 18. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Use the running game to chew on this clock now.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Same tailback, another carry. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves.